Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is another sparkling day here in South Florida. We got 10 races to look at. Let's go to Mr. Pete Aiello with those track and weather conditions.
10 races in total here today, including a Stronach 5 offering and a carryover in the Rainbow 6. Another great day in the weather department, a fast main track and a firm turf. First of the day is 7 furlongs over the main track, starter allowance optional claiming horses. With a field of 5, scratch number 4, Well West, Irad Ortiz Jr. rides the 1, Vincero, who was the lukewarm favorite.
Racing at Gulfstream. Vincero away well, Fortune Cookie away well toward the outside. These two settle in up top. Away racing in third, that's Doc Kane. To his outside goes Blakey, and the early trailer is Bourbon Country. Out of the chute and on to the main course as they complete the opening quarter mile. The leader is Vincero by a head. Right back at him, Fortune Cookie from second. Third is Blakey. At the inside, Doc Kane is pocketed up fourth, and 3 clear of Bourbon Country, who's last of all behind an opening quarter that was just 23 seconds flat. They go to the half-mile point. With the advantage, it's Vincero, but only narrowly. Fortune Cookie keeps the pressure on second. Doc Kane at the rail third. Working a bit harder, fourth is Blakey, and 3 back to Bourbon Country. That's the 5 of them with 3 furlongs left to go. The chess match continues up front with the advantage. Vincero, but only narrowly. On the outside, Fortune Cookie has hung with him the entire trip, but Vincero tries to get away a touch. Racing in third while driven is Doc Kane. From the back in Bourbon Country, Blakey is next with a quarter of a mile left to go. Vincero turns first with Fortune Cookie right alongside. These two through a 45 and 4.5 miles straightened together. They bump there with now 3/16 to go. On the inside in Vincero, to the outside in Fortune Cookie. Fortune Cookie doing slightly better. Vincero boxing on from second. Third is Bourbon Country. 16th to go. Fortune Cookie for a narrow lead. Back for more Vincero. It's a photo finish. I think Fortune Cookie held him off with Vincero second, and third was Bourbon Country in 1:23 and 3.
That wasn't a fight, it was a war in the first race of the day between number 1, Vincero, under jockey Irad Ortiz Jr., and number 6, Fortune Cookie, under Paco Lopez. 2 of the most aggressive riders in the colony throw it down for a final 1/8 of a mile, with Fortune Cookie getting the better end of the deal for trainer Bobby DeBona and owner Philip DeCosmo. Second one, Vincero, they were well clear of the 3, Bourbon Country, who ran third. To the second race now in the start of the early pick 4, 5 furlongs on turf. Allowance optional claiming horses in for $75,000. The race time favorite was number 1, Eye in the Sky.
Slower to start was Caspian Jewel. Quickest to begin was Eye in the Sky and Miss Aramet, with Miss Aramet now working to a clear lead. Eye in the Sky is second and comfortable at this point. Moving up is Drama Free. Far outside Tawa, from between horses Jojo Air. Avita Manana's in that second cluster of runners, and the trailer is Caspian Jewel. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Avenida Manana wanting to get out bad on Luis Saez. She just checked off heels and is shuffled to 5th. Meanwhile, Miss Aramet taking pressure from Drama Free on the outside. Gaffleone and the favorite Eye in the Sky in range, 2.5 lengths behind while looking to quicken up. Then comes Tawa with Jojo Air next toward the rail, and they're at the top of the stretch. 21 and 4 for an opening quarter speed. Eye in the Sky is loose and charging at Miss Aramet. Miss Aramet has the lead. Eye in the Sky, under confident handling from Tyler G, powers up to take over. And Miss Aramet is game and trying to hang with her second, but even money is easy money on Eye in the Sky. A 1.25 winner. Second, Miss Aramet. Up for third was Caspian Jewel in 55 and 4.
Number 1, Eye in the Sky, had so much trouble in her last race it had to be seen to be believed, but she did not disappoint here this afternoon, winning like an even money shot should. In fact, in hindsight, that was easy money. Gary Barber, the winning owner of this daughter of Sky Mesa, with Mark Cassie doing the training, Tyler Gaffleone, the winning rider. Second, number 6, Miss Aramet, and third was the 3, Caspian Jewel. We'll be right back.
One of the world's most anticipated thoroughbred racing events of the year returns. The 3rd annual Pegasus World Cup Invitational at Gulfstream Park in South Florida. Drawing competition from around the world with a $16 million purse split between 2 Grade 1 races. On the dirt and on the turf. Experience the incredible fashion, spectacular world-class service and entertainment, and the unrivaled adrenaline of the Pegasus World Cup Invitational. Saturday, January 26th at Gulfstream Park. Get your tickets now at PegasusWorldCup.com.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. A field of 7 signed on. Off-time favorites included 1, Royal Asher, and 4, Aurora Princess.
And they're off. Slow to start was Miss Helen. Quick to start, as always, Pretty Overdriven fires right to the top. Royal Asher tries to keep a rail spot from second with Nothing's Free on the outside third. Back to fourth is Liza Star ahead of the comebacker Aurora Princess. Then right on, and the early trailer is Miss Helen. They speed to the half-mile point with Pretty Overdriven in front by a length. Racing from second is Nothing's Free. Royal Asher trying to settle down, climbing a bit while angled 3 wide third. Back at the inside, an Aurora Princess from fourth ahead of Liza Star. Then right on and Miss Helen. 22 and 3 for a quarter speed as they round the far turn. Pressure is on, Pretty Overdriven as Nothing's Free is right alongside. Driven hard while third is Royal Asher. She really hasn't put her best foot forward yet. Racing from fourth is Right On, who begins to gather some momentum. Aurora Princess given the green light, but not doing much running with a quarter of a mile left to go. With the advantage, Pretty Overdriven. On the outside, Nothing's Free. Stand side and a late run from the favorite Royal Asher. 3/16 to go. Royal Asher now on the straightaway seems to have her better gear now, and she's up alongside of the leader, Pretty Overdriven. On the outside, Royal Asher for the top. She took a while to get going, but she's in high gear now, and she's on to victory. Royal Asher in front. Pretty Overdriven second, Right On third, then Nothing's Free in 1:11 and 4.
Number 1, Royal Asher, appeared like she did her best work in the straightaway of today's third race. She was traveling okay down the backside, didn't take the turn all that well, but then finished up and get the victory in race number 3 when Romero Mirage asked the daughter of Taylor Vicati for her best. 5, Pretty Overdriven was second. 6, Right On, ran third. To the fourth race now at a mile on turf. Maiden Claimers in for $35,000. A field of 10. The favorite was the 5, Joy of Treasure.
And they're off. New York Beth gets it done, breaks the line on top from the outside. Love Mo from her inside. Spiteful moves to challenge these 3 across the course. Anomaly comes away racing a joint fourth. Down at the inside is Stroll to the beat. 3 wide is Tis My Right, who's trying to get over. Then comes You People. Down at the inside goes a retreating Chilled Milk, who's now third last early, a length and a half in front of For Kicks, and the trailer is Joy of Treasure. Around the first turn they go at a big price. The leader is New York Beth gets it done by a length and a half over Love Mo second. Spiteful is third. Tis My Right is fourth while on hold. Back to fifth, Anomaly. Then comes You People, racing a length in front of Stroll to the beat. For Kicks is on her outside, third last. Second last, Chilled Milk. And Joy of Treasure still unhurried at the back of the field as they head down the backstretch. Approaching the half-mile point, New York Beth gets it done, is in front by a neck. In the two-path, Love Mo second. Tis My Right strongly racing in third. At the inside and Spiteful from fourth. Anomaly is fifth and starting to progress a touch. Then comes You People. Out wide on the course For Kicks. Down at the inside goes Stroll to the beat. Joy of Treasure gets underway with Chilled Milk as they round the far turn. Less than 3/8 of a mile to run. Anomaly 4 wide and on a move. Tis My Right 3 wide. Love Mo in the two-path. On the far outside, You People's going to have to swing 5 wide. That'll send Joy of Treasure 6 wide. You're looking for room as you For Kicks as they straighten for home. Now taking the lead is Love Mo. Down the stand side, here's the rally from Joy of Treasure under Jose Ortiz, unleashing a big late kick. Joy of Treasure goes last to first to win by about a length and a quarter. Chilled Milk up for second. Third, Love Mo, then For Kicks.
Number 5, Joy of Treasure goes last to first to win under jockey Jose Ortiz, who handled the daughter of Kitten's Joy perfectly for trainer Eddie Keneally and owners Susan and Jim Hill. It was 1, Chilled Milk, who gave it a good run second ahead of the 6, Love Mo, who ran third. Race 4 named in honor of a Gulfstream Park institution. She worked here for more than 53 years. She's gone but not forgotten. Race 4 for Mickey here today. We move to the 5th race now at 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for $12,500. A field of 6. These were recently turned 3-year-olds. The favorites included the 2, San Diego Slugger, the 4, Lucky Fast, and the 6, Dewey Cheatham and How.
And they're off. Bounced around at the start was Lucky Fast. Pico's Disco Pants quick into stride. Quickly up to challenge is San Diego Slugger, and San Diego Slugger will stride to a clear lead. On the outside in Pico's Disco Pants from between horses, Best Thunder very rank, and Best Thunder throwing his head about despite Paco Lopez trying to settle him down, with Dewey Cheatham and Howe racing in fourth. Fifth is Zalza, and the back marker is Lucky Fast. He's between horses. Only opening quarter was just 25-2, so that's the reason why Best Thunder was tugging. There's no pace on. Toward the inside, San Diego Slugger is right alongside, so Sano's in lockstep up front from third running Pico's Disco Pants. Then comes Zalza. Lucky Fast tries to work between horses. Out wide is Dewey Cheatham and Howe, who's last of all with half a mile left to go. Now it's San Diego Slugger, who's back for more inside and takes the lead through a 49 2/2 mile. On the outside and Best Thunder from second, Pico's Disco Pants. 3 wide while third. Dewey Cheatham and Howe's going to have to work 4 wide. Zalza's at the rail. Lucky Fast is driven. He's got no place really to go, and he's not going very quickly anyway as they round past the 5/16. The advantage to San Diego Slugger. He is traveling the best by far of the other 5 with a quarter of a mile left to go. Irad Ortiz Jr. looks over his shoulder. He'll drift out a touch, and Zalza comes through to be second. Pico's Disco Pants on the outside as they straighten for home. 3/4, 1:14 with an eighth of a mile to go. San Diego Slugger is strong. San Diego Slugger in front by 3, by 4, and still moving away. San Diego Slugger, easy. Good battle for second, though, and Pico's Disco Pants wins that battle over Zalza third. Lucky Fast finished fourth.
Number 2, San Diego Slugger, down from a 4-1 morning line, sent off at 5-2, and makes the barn change a winning one for Ken Caminetti fans. Enrique Arroyo, the winning owner. Antonio Sano, the winning trainer. Irad Ortiz Jr., the winning rider. 5, Pico's Disco Pants was second, ahead of the 1, Zalza, who ran third. Time for a commercial break. Still to come, the late pick 5. Don't go away.
And Gulfstream is pulling away. Gulfstream blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Gulfstream kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program. 5 furlongs on turf. Allowance optional claiming runners in for $25,000. 9 Crazy for Sophia had a rider change to Miguel Vasquez, and this was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. Out wide, Little Dipper begins well. Crazy for Sophia has some speed. Moving up between horses, that's Bodie Babe up to be second. Splitting horses, Samara now takes third. Our Happy Ending, who was away in traffic, is up on the outside. And then back up the inside goes Really Proud. Racing ahead of Bath and Tennis. Out wide and moving up is Tapping Colors, and then Believe in Victory. And the trailer is Length. Around the far turn they go. 3/8 of a mile remains. And with the advantage, Little Dipper by a length now. Our Happy Ending is second. Samara needs some place to go for Juarez third. Crazy for Sophia is next with Bodie Babe to her inside. The rail just opened for Samara. Juarez won't waste any time. He'll send her through to challenge for the top as they're at the top of the stretch. Cutting the corner, Samara now comes away with the lead. On the outside, and Little Dipper from second, back to third, and Our Happy Ending. Final eighth of a mile, Little Dipper just shifted ground. That cooked her goose as Samara is now clear by 3. It's Samara at 6-1 to win by 4 in the end. Little Dipper second, Our Happy Ending third, and 55-1.
Not often you get 6-1 on a Jason Service runner on the turf at Gulfstream Park, but that's exactly what happened here today, much to the delight of our handicapper Ron Nicoletti, who had her as his single in the Rainbow Six. Michael Dubb, the winning owner. Nick Juarez with a great ride. He got the job done. Second, number 10, Little Dipper, ahead of the 7, Our Happy Ending, ran third. To the 7th race now, the start of the late pick 4, 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for $6,250. Scratch number 6, Jack's a Warrior. Favorites were 1, Kelly Tough, and 2, Summer Spice.
And they're off. Good start for Summer Spice. Off a step slow was More Illusions as Kelly Tough moves through at the inside. Far outside, Midnight on Broadway will be part of the pace scenario as there's not much pace on. Il Faraone between horses alongside Brandt, then More Illusions, and out the back door is Foolish Prince. Pace is pretty controlled here as Midnight on Broadway puts a neck in front. Kelly Tough down at the inside, kept after by Paco to race in second now as the favorite Summer Spice gets shuffled a touch through a 24-2 opening quarter. Brandt is between horses, so is Il Faraoni. Down at the inside and More Illusions, the trailer is Foolish Prince. There's 5 furlongs left to go, and now Kelly Tough strides to a clear lead as Summer Spice comes on to be second. More Illusions at the inside, a joint third, Il Faraoni on the outside fourth. Back to fifth is Brandt, then Foolish Prince, and after leading to the opening quarter station, Midnight on Broadway is last of all. They went a half mile in 47 and 2. Around the far turn they go, 3/8 of a mile remains. Kelly Tough just a narrow lead. Up on the outside in Summer Spice, 3 wide Il Faraoni. Back at the inside fourth is More Illusions with 5/16 to run. Paco Lopez and Kelly Tough nursed on the front end, but Saya's not going away as Summer Spice comes again, and this time he means business. Now Summer Spice might have caught the leader off guard here after 3 quarters. In 1:12 and 3, they arrive at the top of the stretch, and Summer Spice has the lead. Kelly Tough trying to kick on and battle on from second. Then More Illusions in third, but it's an aggressive ride and a winning ride coming up for Luis Saez as Summer Spice pounced on the leader at the top of the lane and wins by a length. Kelly Tough was second, well clear of Il Faraoni third. More Illusions ran fourth.
Kind of a tough beat if you had number 1 Kelly Tough in this race, as Paco Lopez looked over his shoulder once and saw that Summer Spice was in the rearview mirror. When he looked over his shoulder a second time, he saw Summer Spice was alongside. When Summer Spice got the momentum, he powered to the score under Luis Saez for Kathleen O'Connell and Double T Racing and Kathleen O'Connell. We move now to the 8th race of the afternoon, the start of the late pick 3, 5 furlongs over the turf. Allowance optional claiming runners with a field of 9 grizzled pros went to post here. The favorites were 2, Amelia's Wild Ride, and number 9, Blackjack Baby.
And they're off. Check to last, Super Spender. Gemologister wins the break. Amelia's Wild Ride. Green Mansion's away with speed. Splitting Horses. Mineralogy is up to challenge. Up on the outside, there's High Hours into the top flight. Back to Benefactor and Blackjack Baby ahead of Super Spender, and the trailer is Sent from Heaven. Past the half mile and moving to the far turn, Paco Lopez and Mineralogy lead the way a length and a quarter. High Hours, the nearest pursuer, second. Gemologister at the inside now third, followed fourth by Amelia's Wild Ride. Green Mansions is next. Benefactor between horses. Widest of all, Blackjack Baby. 2 back to Super Spender, who starts to tack on. The trailer is Sent from Heaven as they run to the top of the stretch. Mineralogy cuts the corner. High Hours with the momentum on the outside, and High Hours is now powered to the front. Amelia's Wild Ride tries to track him down from second, back to third, and Benefactor shaking free. Inside the final furlong, it's High Hours digging in. On the outside, Amelia's Wild Ride. These two, it's going to get close. It's too close to call. Noses bobbing up and down, and they both have white blinkers to boot in 53 and 2.
Number 2, Amelia's Wild Ride, wins a squeaker in today's 8th race, getting up in the final jump under jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. The 8-year-old pro by the Wildcat is in good form right now. He makes it 2 in a row for Jane Sibeli and Broad Street Racing. 7 High Hours loses a heartbreaker, while second, ahead of the 6 Benefactor, who ran third. Time for a commercial break. Still to come, the late daily double and 2 races of the Stronach 5 right after this. Back now for race number 9 on the program. 6 furlongs over the main track. Claimers in for $30,000. Scratch the 4 and 7. The off-time favorite was the veteran number 3, Early Entry.
And they're off. Perfect start. Springmeyer, one of the first to begin. There goes Storming My Way, sent through. Early Entry has speed. They're across the course here. Unbridled Outlaws at the rail, and No Shackles here makes it a party as they speed to the half-mile point. Unbridled Outlaw trying to keep his inside spot as Early Entry puts a neck in front. They go quicker than No Shackles here, who's back to fourth, passed for third by Storming My Way. Then Springmeyer and French Quarter. The trailer is What's Inside. 22 flat for a quarter speed. Around the far turn they go. It's the veteran campaigner, Early Early Entry, who leads the way by a length. In the two-path now is Unbridled Outlaw, ratcheting up the pressure second. Springmeyer up on the outside is a driven, but gaining third. Back to fourth and Storming My Way, then No Shackles here in French Quarter with a quarter of a mile left to go. Unbridled Outlaw runs by Early Entry at this point through a 45 and 2/2 mile. Early Entry fights back and comes right back at him from second. 3 clear of a Springmeyer third. 1/8 of a mile to go. Luis Saez working overtime on Unbridled Outlaw, but he still has the lead. Early Entry, that old pro is dead game and battling back. Unbridled Outlaw tries to put him away, and he does. Unbridled Outlaw in front. Early Entry gave him all he want, but ended up second ahead of Springmeyer in third, then Storming My Way in 1:10 and 3.
Battle of the veterans in today's 9th race. In the end, it was number 1, Unbridled Outlaw, who outran Early Entry inside that final 1/8 of a mile under another aggressive and great ride from Luis Saez. Albaugh Family Stable, the winning owners of this son of Unbridled Song. Dale Romans, the winning trainer. Second was number 3, Early Entry, and third was number 6, Springmeyer. On now to race number 10, the 10th race, final live race of the day over the turf course at 1/16. Maiden claimers in for $50,000. Rider change on 6, Molnir to Paco Lopez, 12 to the gate. The off-time favorites included 1, Confidence Level, and 3, Tearing It Up.
And runners away. Good start at the rail for Confidence Level up on the outside. Crime Lab away with speed. Molnir comes away in the top flight, and so does AI Initiative in the charge to the first turn. AI Initiative in the pink and black now comes away with the lead from Molnir in second. Crime Lab is third. At the inside, that's Confidence Level, who drops back a touch. Up on the outside, He's a Kitten trying to get over, racing ahead of the gray Max Q. On his outside goes Run Right. He's into the top 5 and about 5 lengths off the lead. Then Confidence Level ahead of Tearing It Up. So the two favorites are mid-flight and about 7 lengths off the lead, and they're 2 better than the team of Premonitory and Gambit to the outside. Second last in the Robert, and the last horse is Russian Wine through the opening quarter in 23 and 2. AI Initiative and Romero Mirage with the advantage. They lead 3 parts of a length over Crime Lab second. Up on the outside, that's He's a Kitten third. Molnir sequestered toward the rail fourth. 2 back to fifth running Max Q to his outside and Run Right. Then it's a length and a half in front of Tearing It Up, who gets around a retreating Confidence Level. He'll have to do better than that. Out wide on the course, the Robert from between horses. Premonitory Gambit tries to play catch up. Russian Wine is last as they round the far turn. They went 47 and 1 for the opening half mile. They're converging on the leaders. Out 3 wide. Here's He's a Kitten and Luis Saez, who bid up to take the lead. Crime Lab, AI Initiative, Molnir tries to thread the needle. Run Right is next, down the center and Tearing It Up. Many chances here as they straighten for home. He's a Kitten for a narrow lead. AI Initiative fighting on toward the rail. Tearing It Up. Run Right. They're charging on the outside. Final 16th of a mile. Run Right for the lead. Tearing It Up lunges. Tearing It Up gets up. Tearing It Up, and Jose Ortiz gets up to nail Run Right in 1:41 and 4.
Maybe a little foreshadowing for what's to come tomorrow at Gulfstream Park with the Tropical Turf Stakes as Terry Hamilton gets the victory. He has heart-to-heart tomorrow. He had Tearing It Up today for Brian Lynch and Jose Ortiz. He was up in time. Second, number 10, Run Right in a good try as Ortiz goes 1-2. Jose wins, Irad second. That's been the theme this week. Third was number 8, AI Initiative. Lead pick 5 today, good for $879. Multiple winners in the Rainbow Six for a return of less than $1,000 for a 20-cent play. The good news there is there'll be a carryover in the Rainbow Six when we resume racing tomorrow with an 11:45 start, carryover of more than $30,000.
That wraps up Friday's action. Big day on Saturday. We got a special first race post of 11:45 a.m. and double stakes action with the Grade 3 Marshwiz River and the Grade 3 Tropical Turf. It's going to be a wild day. Boy, you got to be at Gulfstream Park.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.